Hi, it's Gary Kay. We're at InfoComm 2005. Can't you tell? I'm here with TJ Trojan, Senior Vice President of SYNNEX. TJ, how are you doing?
I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. It is hot out here, but it's cool inside the -5 ice bar where your party as a reception is tonight.
Absolutely.
Let me back up a little bit and first of all ask you how day one was for SYNNEX.
It was busy, as you know. Coming here is like coming home for both you and I. Yeah. Walking down the aisle is like seeing a bunch of family members. It's hard to get from meeting to meeting, without being stopped. But it's great. We had a great meeting. Started early. Went through last night late. Got up early. Went to breakfast, and then back to back to back. And here we are.
Same thing. Back to back meetings. So, 2015 so far. How's it been for SYNNEX? Has it been as expected? Better than expected? Are you bullish on the industry? What?
I am really bullish on the AV industry. Right. So we're seeing the IT and IDC said this would occur. Convergence that's happening right now. So traditional IT business is a little bit flat. So it's a little soft in the market, but the AV business is really growing and blowing. We're excited about it. I think, you and I talked about this 5 years ago, and, back then, the AV integrators were a little worried about the future. They were dealing with the CIO and the IT side, and they were seeing competition from the IT side. But I think the truth is they've turned the corner and they've taken advantage of convergence in the industry, and that's where the growth is. So It's around mobility, infrastructure, cloud, but all of that has an audio-visual element to it because it's about communications, it's about content. So our business is up huge. I mean, we're a public company and we just finished our quarter, but certainly in Q1 double digit, we expect to be, really strong double digit the rest of the year in the AV space.
Well, you're kind of in a unique position compared to most other distributors in that you have the ability to help integrators both on the AV side and the IT side. Are we going to see more of that? Is that part of your master plan? Because to give them access to some of those IT companies that they need to build the infrastructure for AV in the future, I think is going to be key.
I still don't see the IT integrator really being able to design AV solutions.
Right, I agree.
And the AV integrators are able to get into unified communications and networking. So we're growing the AV business, even traditional business like projectors. The demise of projectors, is exaggerated. Yeah. The reality is we're growing that business, and I'm sure you did the same thing. I went to several meetings today. There's some really great, cool technology come out on projectors, so I think it'll continue to grow. But I think we're seeing the AV integrator take advantage of. And it's one-stop shopping. You go into education, you go into retail, you go into hospitality. It's all about connected solutions. So mobility devices really are the cornerstone of that new convergence. But, then you have POS systems, you got digital signage systems, you got physical security, and the AV guys have moved into all of those businesses much more quickly than the IT guys have.
I agree with you. My experience has been that IT guys have a hard time understanding the AV, but for us, it's a little easier on the AV side to understand IT because there are some standards there.
There are, yeah.
So,
and it's about design. It's about solutions, and it's not about a commodity.
Yep. And if you noticed also, and I assume you have, when you talk about projectors being sort of a commodity, the one where they have not become a commodity is the differentiation is coming from leveraging the network, like pulling content down without needing a
and interactivity and cloud, and so the opportunity. Even though I think in general the market's a little soft right now, it's not bad. I think it's growing low double digits. I think AV integrators, and we're seeing it, they're all, if they're good business people, good business women and good businessmen, they're growing their business dramatically because they're extending their portfolio of products and services. And you're right, that's where SYNNEX can help.
So speaking of which, you're in a position because you can help because you're talking to all the integrators out there as opposed to focusing on one segment of the market.
Yeah.
If you could give a few pieces of nuggets of information and help integrators that are watching this in helping them grow their company and making the right moves and changes, give me a couple that you would, obviously understanding the network is one of them, but what else?
Well, I think, first of all, there's a couple of opportunities out there. I would start with the convergence. Cloud, big data, mobility are the cornerstone to the convergence that's going on. That's where all the growth is going to be. But again, it's attached and connected to digital signage, into physical security, into cybersecurity. I would say what they need to do is keep learning because communication technology is evolving so quickly. It's hard to keep up. It's hard for me to keep up, hard for you to keep up. And I think that's where SYNNEX, with $14 billion of scale and lots of relationships in the IT and the consumer side, by the way, because consumerization of IT is still a factor.
Good point, yeah.
So it's CE, AV, IT, services and solutions. You know, what their assets are the relationships with their customers. Their risk is not being able to provide connected solutions to their customers.
They're going to go somewhere else.
Yeah, they'll go to someone who can provide connected solutions. So I would say keep learning, work with folks like SYNNEX who can extend that portfolio of products and services beyond what used to be their core competency. They're doing it. I mean, they already see the future, and I think they're there.
So if someone is not dealing with SYNNEX now and wants to be engaged with you, what's the best way to do it?
Well, they can send a message to tjt@synnex.com, and I'll be glad to give them a call back. SYNNEX.com works as well.
SYNNEX.com. What was that email address again?
tjt@synnex.com.
There you go. There you go. You heard it directly. Go ahead. Do it.
I will respond. tjt@synnex.com.
All right. That's great.
Our friends are here, so I hear from them already.
That's good. Well, look, thank you very much for joining me. You have a great party, creativity.
Thanks for coming.
I really appreciate you giving me the time and allowing me to do this here at your reception.
My pleasure.
Of course, we're not done. Of course, you want to check out all the stuff we checked out at SYNNEX. All you got to do is type in SYNNEX in our video search window. Type in SYNNEX in our regular search window. You'll see all the stories we wrote about you here at InfoComm. And, of course, we're going to be covering a lot more stuff here at the show. So keep watching. Thanks for watching us. SYNNEX is at synnex.com.
Thank you.